What is going on, guys? Marcus here with the Reformation Woodshop. Whether you're interested in making cutting boards, laser engraving, wood turning, anything like that, I think this video can help you take your projects to the next level. For a few years now, I have been using Starbond CA glue for everything that I do in the shop. I use Starbond to fill all of the little holes in projects that I'm working on, if it is a cutting board or a beautiful mallet. I've used Starbond forever to fix any cracks or dings in my projects, and every single scroll saw sign and laser cut lettering I've done, I've glued it down to its backer piece with Starbond. Recently, I saw that they have a few brand new products, and my first thought was, give me that right now. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you all of Starbond's brand new mica powder pigments and their iron oxide pigments. This right here is a game changer. Before we get into the pigments, I just wanted to give you an overview of what Starbond even is. If you're not aware of CA glue, I will make you aware. Starbond has several different types of mixes. They have a medium, it pours on a little bit thicker, it has an easy flow formula. It's good for something you have to set up and make sure you have right in place. While their thin formula is water thin, it can infiltrate cracks really easily if you've got hairline fractures on anything. And if you're wanting to use it as a protective covering, maybe you're doing some wood turning and you want to lay this down on a rag, wipe it on directly to the bowl that you're making. This is a perfect protective coating for something like that. They also have different colors. They have black, white, and brown if you're trying to color match or you're trying to add a little pop to your piece. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to try with these pigments is just adding color to something that I would already normally add Starbond to. So if I have cracks in any wood that I would be using for, say, something like a mallet head, I would come in and backfill it with Starbond. Now I'm just gonna throw some color in there. I'm not a professional at adding this pigment into cracks like this right now, so don't judge my technique. All I did was sporadically dab a little bit of powder and then just smooth it in gently. And just because I wanted to check out all of the colors, I used green and blue for this as well. What's so great about Starbond, it has this spray that after you lay your Starbond on, all you have to do is hit it with this accelerant spray and it'll dry nearly immediately. I'm a pretty basic guy. I like black and white when it comes to color fill, but if you like being a little bit more flamboyant with your project choices, this stuff is awesome and might add the perfect flair that is going to set your piece off. The next thing I wanted to do was test and see if I could use Starbond and Starbond mica powders as a replacement for epoxy and epoxy pigments. Can I backfill a piece and have color show through? So I made these Jurassic Park car coasters on my X-Tool D1 Pro. I laid in some Starbond and then I started to mix my powder in on the face of the actual piece. Well, I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. I guess I'll let that dry and we'll see. I let it dry overnight because I didn't want to try and accelerate all of this material all at once. Came back, sanded it, and I had a really cool effect. Obviously there's not red everywhere, but I kind of like the way it looks. It looks a little deteriorated and grungy, sort of similar to the Jurassic Park feel and vibe. But on these next ones, I'm gonna go ahead and put the mica powder straight into my CA glue and we're gonna see what happens. I mix it up thoroughly and then pour it straight onto my engraved coaster. And this was like the most satisfying process of my entire life. I loved it. After I let them dry, I sanded them completely, and I was very happy with how these guys turned out. They all have that distressed Jurassic vibe to them. Check them out. I like the distressed look of it. It's kind of faded and beat up. If I would have done a deeper engraving, it would be all red 100%, but because I didn't do it super deep and I was able to sand down the top surface, you can see some of that black engraving mixed with red in there. I think it looks awesome. Now I'm going to clear coat them and call these guys done. One of the best parts about these mica powder bottles is that it comes in a 24 pack and it is $24, so that brings the price to about $1 a piece. If you look on Amazon, you can find some off-brand mica powders. You can get the same size bottle with 100 different colors for $45, which is about $2.50 a bottle. And you can find comparisons to these guys on Amazon. These 2-ounce cups you can get for about $11 to $15 on Amazon. You can buy a 4-pack of these for $15 for all 4. The prices are great and the possibilities are endless. There really is so much cool stuff that you can do just by coloring whatever it is you're using to fill in the cracks in your woodworking projects. Another thing that is really great about these pigments is you don't have to use Starbond CA glue. You can incorporate these into whatever epoxy that you're currently using. These are the better priced pigments, but you don't have to use the CA glue. Although I do recommend, if you have projects that are thin and small enough, you do buy some Starbond because it is so great and useful.